morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning, so this is probably going to be pretty hit and miss. 7:30 a.m. on a Sunday. Who am I? How am I here? I should still be in bed. But I thought we will commit to it. We are doing 10 minutes of yoga every single day. Just a nice, gentle ease into the day. Just a nice way of prioritizing you, getting some movement in, doing something a little different, and hopefully on social media challenging that stereotype of yoga that we have to bend and twist ourselves into pretzel shapes and do handstands and headstands and all that kind of thing. So just a nice 10 minutes of gentle movement. And this morning, as it's Sunday, I thought we'd take it nice and easy, and we'll just do some nice calming poses. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. So we'll get stuck straight in, just around 10 minutes or so of movement. You can do this if you're still sat in bed. You can do this literally wherever you are. We're mainly going to be seated for most of it, and then we're going to end with a nice relaxing Shavasana if that feels okay for you. So to begin with, just find a nice comfortable seat. So I've just stacked one foot in front of the other just to come to that kind of cross-legged position. But you can find any seat that works for you. So you could sit on the knees, you could lie down, however you would like to begin your practice, but just finding a position where we can find just a few minutes of stillness just to become aware of our breath and bring our intention inwards. Find somewhere to place the hands, maybe in the lap. You could place them on your knees or down by your sides, especially if you're lying down for this part. And if it feels okay for you to do so, we're just going to close down the eyes. Become aware of anything around you. So maybe there's certain sounds you can hear, maybe somebody in the next room. I can always hear the birds in the mornings here. And then just bringing your awareness inwards. I'd like you to just begin to notice your breath. Don't alter it at all. No need to change anything, but just notice it. Just become a little bit more aware of it. Notice any patterns, or do you breathe quite quickly? Do you breathe deeply? Maybe you can feel the expansion in the belly when you breathe. Just notice. And then if it feels comfortable to do so, we're just going to begin to deepen the breath slightly. So just lengthen your inhales and exhales just to somewhere you feel most comfortable. Maybe breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. But just feeling into it. For some people, breathing in through the nose isn't so comfortable, and that is totally fine. Now, keeping a hold of those deeper breaths, we're going to use that to move through our practice, marrying the movements that we do to our inhales and exhales. If your eyes are closed, just begin to blink them open. And keep that connection to the breath. Feeling into those deep inhales and exhales. Going to take some nice gentle neck circles by pointing our nose up towards the sky and back down towards the ceiling. So we'll go clockwise first. So as you inhale, send the nose up towards the sky as if you're drawing a great big circle with your nose. And then as you come down towards, bringing the chin towards the chest, just exhale. Inhale as you come back round the top of the circle. Exhale as you bring the chin to the chest, stretching through that neck. Let's take one more clockwise. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale, gazing down into your lap. And then let's take it the other way. So just inhaling as you're kind of in that neutral position, gazing up. And then exhale as you come back down. Taking it anti-clockwise now. Inhaling as you look up. Exhaling as the chin comes down towards the chest. And finding your own rhythm here. So that might look different to mine. The length of your inhales and exhales will probably vary. And then let's meet back in neutral, back into this center position here. We're just going to take our arms up overhead. So as you inhale, send the arms up. And then we're going to interlace the fingers together. So just interlace the hands through the fingers as if you're kind of holding both of your hands. Feel that stretch, sit up really nice and tall. Think about stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Really nice, everyone. On your next inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, let's just lean those arms over towards the left. Still reaching through the arms, really reaching. And you'll feel that deep stretch all down the right side of the body as we lean towards the left. Keeping a hold of those deep inhales and exhales. On an inhale, come back up into the center, nice and tall. And as you exhale, let's take it to the other side. So sending the arms over towards the right this time. Really reaching through the arms. Really nice, everyone. On an inhale, coming back up. And as you exhale, just letting the arms come back down alongside the body. We're going to take the legs out long now. I'm just going to move so that you can see this side on. So it's a little bit easier for me to demonstrate and you can see a little bit better. Let's take the legs out long. And we're just going to take a couple of spinal twists that should feel really nice this morning. So we're going to bend through the right knee first, bringing the sole of the right foot down onto the ground. And then all we're going to do is take the inner right elbow around the right knee, sit up nice and tall again. And as you exhale, twist yourself around towards the right. That right arm can be out alongside the body or maybe out behind you, using it to kind of help you sit up a little bit taller. And just allowing your body to come to where it naturally wants to twist to. No need to use that left arm to kind of crank yourself around. Just find a way you naturally twist. On an exhale, coming back into the center. Send that right leg back out long and we'll take it to the other side. So this time the sole of the left foot comes to the mat as you bend the left knee. You're going to bring that inner right elbow around the left knee. Inhale to sit up nice and tall, and then exhale as you twist around to the left. Flexing through that right foot so the toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Sitting nice and tall, nice and open through the chest, trying not to let ourselves collapse over too much. Trying to stay nice and open so we can continue with those deep inhales and exhales. As you exhale, coming back through the middle and sending both legs out long. Opportunity here for any other little gentle movements you might like, maybe a couple of shoulder circles. That might feel good for you this morning. And then we're just going to come to lie on our backs. So just have a shimmy. Come to lie down on your back. Option here, if you'd like to take a glute bridge. So I know not everybody loves this, but for those of you who do, this is a lovely morning stretch. So with the soles of the feet on the ground, we're just going to slowly walk them in towards the body and just see if you can maybe brush the heels with the fingertips. Absolutely not a problem if you can't. We are warming up the body, so just kind of feeling into where you are today. We're going to press the palms of the hands down into the mat. And as we do, we're going to press the soles of the feet down into the mat too. When we do that, we're going to gently lift the hips off the mat, sending the hip points up towards the sky. If you prefer not to take a glute bridge, loads of options here. Maybe bring the knees into the chest and just take some nice gentle movement here, massaging the lower back, maybe taking some nice gentle circles or rocking from left to right. If you're with me taking glute bridge, press into the palms of the hands, press into the soles of the feet, gently send the hips up towards the ceiling, really pressing through the feet, pressing through the hands, and try and imagine like a beach ball or something in between your knees, and you're desperately trying to not let go of it. You're going to grip that beach ball with everything you've got. We don't want to drop it. Option to take it a little further if you'd like. You can take the hands underneath the back, interlace the fingers, and you can shuffle the shoulders underneath. It will allow you to send your hips a little bit higher, and it'll also give you a nice stretch through the chest and the shoulders. Keep pressing into the feet, pushing those hips up towards the ceiling, gazing straight up. And when you're ready, if you have that grip, just gently releasing it, bringing the palms back down to the ground and releasing gently back down. Maybe just bringing the knees in towards the chest for a second, just giving yourself a nice big hug, taking some gentle movement here. And then bringing the soles of the feet back down onto the mat. Before we find Shavasana, another optional one, because I know, again, some of these poses, they're a little bit, can't speak this morning, they're a little bit like Marmite. Some people love some people hate some. Pick whichever ones work best for you and give yourself that permission for your practice to look completely different to mine. So if you'd like to, you can go straight to Shavasana. You can send your legs out long, arms alongside the body. Or if you'd like to, you can bring the soles of the feet together just for a few moments. Let the knees go out, drop out wide. Just finding that hip stretch here. Maybe bringing one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the heart. Maybe closing down the eyes. If you haven't already, just allow the breath to begin to return back to its natural rhythm. Just gently letting go of those deeper breaths that we introduced at the beginning. And if you'd like to stay here for your Shavasana, absolutely do so. Or if you'd like to move more into the traditional pose, you can now send your legs out long. And those arms can come alongside the body with the palms facing up. I know lying flat on your back on the ground isn't necessarily the most comfortable for a lot of people, so do feel free to end your practice sat in a comfortable seat. If you're in Shavasana, just allow the body to feel really heavy. Visualizing kind of feeling as if you're melting down into the ground. Just letting everything go, releasing any tension you might have. maybe through the ankles, allowing the feet to tick-tock out. Releasing any tension maybe you're holding in the shoulders and the neck. Relaxing through the muscles of the face. And just allow yourself this time, this moment here, to just be. Just knowing that you've always got you. And maybe acknowledging trying something new this morning, showing up for yourself, maybe sending yourself a little internal thank you for those couple of minutes of movement. And as always, I would invite you, if you do have the extra time, to spend a little bit longer here, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just giving yourself what you need. Prioritizing you as and when we can, it's so important. And I will leave you here. And I wish you a really good day. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. 10 minutes.